Good morning from the city of Quy Nhơn. I really had a lovely stay here, as you could see in my last episode. Because this city and its outskirts has a ton of amazing places to visit and keep me excitingly busy.
This is the one.
Continue for 2 kilometers.
The beautiful beach of Quy Nhơn.
But unfortunately it is already time again to head further south. And today I will be riding to the city of Nha Trang, which is located in the province of Con Hoa on the south-central coast of Vietnam. But before that, let me quickly explain to you of why the city of Quy Nhơn is called Quy Nhơn. And I learned that the Quy is translated into gathering and the Nhơn means scholars, so essentially it means that this is a signifying place where scholars would meet and gather. And this is likely due to its historical importance as a trading port and as a center of learning, and of which then the name was given to the city with the hope of further attracting many more talented people to this area.
This looks like the university.
Now let's quickly have a look at my route of today. My over 250-kilometer ride of today will take me from here in the city of Quy Nhơn into the direction of the southern coastal town of Tai Hoa in the Quy Nhơn province. And from there to the town of Ninh Hoa, which will be already in the province of Con Hoa, and then further to the city of Nha Trang, which will be my final destination for today and which should be an exciting ride that is leading me along many rural roads and following the curving coastal shoreline as much as possible.
That's interesting now. Which one do I take?
Now it is unfortunately a common misconception that when riding the coastal roads here in Vietnam, we must take the main highway number 1, or also called the QL1A. Which I admit is certainly the main artery going from north to south or vice versa, but which we can also easily avoid if we want to. And that is exactly what I am trying to do today, avoid the highway number 1 as much as I can, and trying to show you that we can ride along the more quiet and very scenic route that can even be compared with some of the roads in the highlands. Some of the coastal scenery will be very sensational and some of the riding will certainly be extremely sublime, especially if you love the sea, the salty air, the endless horizon that is always changing, and then suddenly challenging us with winding coastal mountain passes, which are traversing from the rocky areas down into the lush rice fields, and further on to the sandy beaches with the wide open spaces, the fresh seafood and quaint fishing villages and beach towns which are glowing in different vibes and colors. And that is exactly why this coastal road is a must-ride for any motorbikers. So for now, let's sit back and enjoy the ride and the scenery. And as we are now somewhere in the middle of the Quy Nhơn province, let me give you some information about this province. It borders with the Ben Din province to the north, the Con Hoa province where we are heading now, to the south, the Gia Lai province to the northwest, and the Dak Lak province to the southwest. And last but not least the South China Sea here to the east. Quy Nhơn formerly belonged to the Champa territory. That was until the year of 1611 when Nguyen Hong, who was a Vietnamese official who ruled the southern parts of Vietnam from 1558 until to his death. He then, in the year of 1613, sent his general Van Phong to attack Ayara, which is now called Quy Nhơn. Champa failed to defend the territory and Nguyen Hong annexed Ayara into Dang Trong, also known as Nam Ha or south of the river. And Dang Trong was the south region of Vietnam, under the lordship of the Nguyen clan, which was then later enlarged by the Vietnamese southward expansion, and he named it then Quy Nhơn. Which means, if we translate it, it means that this is a prosperous and peaceful land. I just now turned left into the direction of the Pho Hoi district, and which is the home to the Đá Đĩa Reef formation, which is a black basalt rock formation that is rising along the sea and that is tucked away at the end of a Ninh Dong commune, and which is the beguiling natural wonder of the Phu Yen district. The majestic basalt rock beds surrounded by the sea are countless black and massive honeycomb polygonal rocks that are stacking up as a result of volcanic eruptions that took place here millions of years ago. I am now entering the city of Tai Hoa, which is approximately midway between Ca Nan and Nha Trang. The city is formulated mainly from the alluvial of the downstream of the Darang River and is fenced by its two mountains to the north and to the south, and the Nan Kampa temple sits on the top of a hill with sweeping views over the city, its port and the farmland.
Looks like the airport here, huh?
And here in the far we can see the giant freestanding boulder rock called the Núi Đá Bia rock that offers mesmerizing views of the surrounding jungles, mountains, and coast. Forming the provincial border at one of the most easterly points in the nation, Núi Đá Bia stands at 706 meters above the sea level here in the Quy Nhơn province. The extraordinary, 76-meter high, naturally occurring slab of rock at its summit resembles a lone Easter Island statue commanding the highest point here in this region. Known to the colonial French as the Finger of God, the boulder is shrouded in myth and legend. During the kingdom of Champa, the peak was named Lingaparvata, the embodiment of the Hindu god Shiva. And in the year of 1471, the Vietnamese Emperor Le Ton Tong, passing beneath the mountain on his way to the south to commence the battle with Champa, ordered an inscription carved at the base of the boulder stating his name and authority over all lands south of the mountain. And so it came to pass that until to this day, the mountain is known as the Núi Đá Bia, or in simple English, as the Steel Mountain. Traversing now over the Ka Pass, which is also known as the Đèo Cả, which is here in the Quy Nhơn province and was formerly known as the second most difficult pass here on the coast of Vietnam after the Hai Van Pass between the city of Hue and the city of Da Nang. I am entering now the fishing village of Đại Lãnh, with its sweep of sand between two dramatic headlands. This 2-kilometer-long stretch of sandy public beach is bounded to the north, south and west by steep, green mountains, and that's generally ignored by foreign travelers.
Take the old road around the hill.
Arriving now in the city of Nha Trang, which was historically known as the city of Kauthara when it was under the rule of the Kingdom of Champa. The city is also home to the famous Nagar towers built by the rulers of the Kingdom Champa. It is well known for its nice and clean beaches and has developed into a popular destination for international tourists, which is attracting a large numbers of backpackers, as well as the more affluent travelers here on the Southeast Asia travel circuit. But nevertheless it is also very popular with the Vietnamese tourists, as the Nha Trang Bay is widely considered as among the world's most beautiful bays. But let's talk more about the city of Nha Trang and its surrounding in my next episode. As for today, I will end my video here. Thanks a lot for watching, and I am looking forward to see you back in my next part, when I will explore this interesting city called Nha Trang. So don't miss it, and cheers to all of you, and I am looking forward to meeting you again in my next exciting episode, which already will be the 9th episode of this 9th season, of Discovering the Real Vietnam.